Noel and Liam have one older brother named Paul, who maintain a closer, quieter relationship with them away from the spotlight. Eldest of the trio, kept a low profile. Several unverified rumors of a half-sister. Ooh. Don't know.
You think some girl in Manchester's just going around being like, yeah, I'm a Gallagher too.
I'm a half-sister.
Their dad knocked up me mum. I'm a Gallagher too.
Hey, howdy, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Mike's Monday Jams, the official podcast for music appreciators everywhere. Today we're going to be talking about the song If I Had a Gun by Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. Let's get it.
Hope I didn't speak too soon. My eyes have always followed you around the room. 'Cause you're the only God that I will ever need.
Well, Monday, March 9th. 9's my favorite number. Woohoo. So,
I didn't know 9 was your favorite number.
Absolutely. I have a whole hat with the number 9 on it.
Oh, I guess I did know that.
From my goat, Ted Williams. EC and MC on the track, we're back. We had a very eventful last week, of which we had a phenomenal time at, and it was awesome. Our best friends got married at the hands of me, actually.
And Mike did a great job. He was a great officiant.
It was a fun time. 10 out of 10 would do it again. So if you need my services for anything, I'm happy to provide. If you or anyone you know is getting married in the near future, call Mike. Anyway, It was a lot of fun. And some song choices from the wedding that really, because we're talking about music.
Mm-hmm.
Song choices that stood out to me. Obviously, the In My Life.
Thought that was really cute. I made it my song on my Instagram post today.
Yes, indeed. During the ceremony in my life.
Processional.
Yes. Dude, Suavemente on the dance floor, man. I love Suavemente, bro. I love Suavemente.
That really was that was kind of the shift.
Yes. So that was a banger. Other dance floor bangers, of course. Some songs and tunes from our yesteryears of college. It was a good time to be with friends and to celebrate the lovely couple, and we had a great time. But we're also happy to be back.
It was perfect. So happy.
We also got to go to Disney for a second, which was cool. Last day of Aerosmith being featured on the Rock and Roller Coaster at Hollywood Studios, so that was big. When we went to Epcot, we chilled in the English pavilion for a little bit and watched some dad cover band just absolutely
love
kill
the
it.
England pavilion cover band, but they're not British.
They were not British.
They're American.
But should have taken a video. They were pretty good.
I love them.
Bouncing
I wish
around.
we'd gotten to see the Canada pavilion band. I love them too.
Bouncing around different decades, playing some good cover songs. They were keeping the vibes high.
No Oasis.
None.
I did go Oasis, and they didn't play it.
They did not heed your request.
No, they didn't take my request.
They did not
They
take
played
heed.
3 more sets that day, but obviously we had things to do, so we didn't go back. But they could have played Oasis later. They said that every set was different.
Yeah, it's tough. It's imagine spending 3 hours of your day at Epcot watching.
Yeah, I'm so committed. It's like if you lived in Orlando,
band.
maybe you'd be like, I'm gonna go to Epcot and I'm gonna listen to them every time they play.
Yeah, but vibes were good. The weather was nice. It was just a good moment to just sit there and hang out.
It was awesome, and we had stopped in the Canada Pavilion because we're Canada starters.
Yes.
I know we're in the minority.
It's a hot topic.
People think that you should start in Mexico, but I just don't believe in that.
Technically, yeah, I guess it could make sense. It does. If you start in Mexico, it goes clockwise. But I don't know. We're going against the grain. It just feels natural to go right.
I think that also it's I love the Mexico Pavilion so much. I am a person. I like to
end with a bang.
I like to leave my favorite things for last. It's kind of neurotic the way I do it. I eat my dinner and it's I try to eat the thing I like the least first.
Yes, you compartmentalize your your food.
Yes, I'm much better than I used to be though.
Yes.
I used to fully eat everything one at a time. I don't do that anymore.
It was a
But
little
like
crazy.
I also like things in my day. It's like I'm getting rid of the things I don't want to do first. And like I like all the pavilions, and I really do like Canada and England, but like Mexico's my favorite. So I'd rather leave Mexico.
Save the best for last.
But I think some people are like, you start with a Mexico margarita, like you're starting out harder. But I kind of don't want that. Like I'd rather start with the Molson in Canada, and like I know
Something
the Mexico
easygoing.
margarita's waiting for me later.
Oh, of course. So they were messing it up. The cover band, they were good. But also realized Thin Lizzy is Irish. Didn't know that.
They started playing The Boys Are Back in Town.
It's like, this is not.
And they said they're from
I guess
Dublin.
it is. I guess it is. Look it up. Sure enough.
And why were we not playing in Dublin?
I don't know. It
When
just
we
seems
return
like
to Dublin, then we can play it.
Boys are back in town, boys are back in town.
it seems like such a just distinct American song. You know, a
It
song
feels
about
American.
boys being back. You know.
But the Irish, I mean, we love the Irish. I mean, you're Michael Collins.
Yes. So, I don't know. Realizations from the Mike's Monday Jams group.
Hell yeah, Ireland.
Harry Styles released his new album. Bit of a shock. Not a shock. I mean, we just thought it was further along.
I thought it was in the middle of March. I don't know why. And then yesterday I was like,
oh my
God, it comes out at midnight. And it's like, no,
No,
it came
it's-
out today. It's out right now.
It's on your phone now. Dance or Kiss All the Time dance. Disco occasionally. Disco. Upon first listen, the tunes Pop and American Girls are really good songs, in my opinion. There's some other good stuff on there, but those were the two that definitely caught my attention. I've only listened through it like once, though. So
I listened through it all the way once. I need to like give it another like more intentional listen. I was in the car and then I was listening to the rest of it while I was unloading groceries and then in the shower.
I was at the gym, which, you know.
That's a pretty intentional listen.
It is, because, you know, you just kind of... Whatever's in your ears is in your ears. Yeah.
I also really liked Pop. I like American Girls, but I don't think I like it as much as everybody else does. The one after Pop that was like DJs Don't Dance Anymore or something. I liked that one. I can't remember if that's exactly what it was called.
Gotcha.
But those were my first thoughts as well.
Gotcha.
It felt like Alt Nation vibes. Like it felt like Coin or something to me.
It sounds bigger than just him. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't sound like it's a solo artist album. Like, it sounds more like a group.
Yeah.
But not like in a One Direction group way, but like a...
If only.
It sounds like it's bigger than himself. It is definitely more ambitious than some of his prior works, it seems.
And I like the song that had the symphony in it. I don't remember which one that was. I need it more intentionally so I can know which ones are which. For my first listen, I was getting a little bored by the end. I thought it was kind of falling off, but also that was when I was in the shower, so maybe I wasn't really diving in as deeply as I needed to.
Indeed. Well, I guess Harry's mad for it because he did a one-night-only show in Manchester the day it came out as like a promotional thing. So sorry you weren't there, but I'm sure it was
Manchester.
a hoot. But I'm sure many tracks from this album will be occupying the airwaves for the duration of the year. Most notably, probably for the summer. I'm sure there will be a lot of songs blasted in public at your favorite restaurant and/or department store from Kiss All the Time Disco Occasion. So cheers to you, Harry. Another album release, kind of. Sturgill Simpson 2 weeks ago released his new album Mutiny After Midnight 2 weeks early on YouTube, which I thought was fun. Good little way to just kind of get folks excited, but it was just posted as one full-length YouTube video of the album.
Does it have chapters?
I don't think it
For the
has
songs?
chapters.
Oh,
I
you
was
gotta dive in.
I was just listening on my phone, so I don't know. But it's
You'd see them on your phone.
I know, but I wouldn't like really. I just like put it down. I wasn't really paying attention to it. But the promotion for this album has been so interesting. It's just been like a bunch of memes on his Instagram story, like promoting the album. And they're kind of funny. And just it's almost like the lack of promotion is promoting it even more in a sense because it's like a if you know you know type thing.
Yeah.
So I haven't really seen any.
Tactic.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything like that. It's different. It's interesting. I like it. But that one comes out this week on Friday Friday the 13th.
Oh.
So Mutiny After Midnight, Sturgill Simpson. or Johnny Blue Skies, excuse me.
Yeah.
God. And our favorite brothers did put out another single from their Live 25 tour. Put out a cut of Acquiesce at Wembley. More, please.
Y'all, come on.
I really thought it was gonna, because they did 4 or 5 from the tour like last year, almost like 2 weeks after the shows they were from, and so I thought they were just gonna like put a single from everywhere that they played until it made up the whole set list, and then it just stopped with no warning, no explanation, and they just released this one this past week for almost like a charity benefit. I'm just like, somebody, please, something.
Champagne Supernova from July 12th.
The whole thing, please. Just the whole damn tour. Every night, every stop, every track, please. But while we're on the topic of Oasis, let's talk about Noel, because that's who we're talking about today. I have had Noel's self-titled first solo release. Like, I've had that thing on repeat for a couple months now, probably since November, honestly. And I think it's just great, man. This episode's a little bit a long time coming, just haven't really not gotten around to it. Just other things have taken precedence. But I really like it, so I wanted to provide the opportunity to talk about it. So that's what we're going to do today. But
let it out.
Of course, you might know Noel from his Oasis fame.
I've never heard of.
Yeah, for real. But he formed this little outfit, Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, in 2010 in the fallout of Oasis. I think Oasis disbanded in like August of 2009, seemingly for good.
But we were wrong.
Seemingly for good. Quote from Noel at that time: "With some sadness and great relief, I quit Oasis tonight. People will write and say what they like, but I simply could not go on working with Liam a day longer."
That's what y'all are going to hear me say about this podcast.
Damn. That is...
Mike is so far behind on his payments for my post-production. I am going to quit.
That is intense. That is a pure level of hatred there.
I could not go any longer.
Couldn't do it any longer. But... you know, in the fallout, there was a bunch of speculation that he would go solo. I mean, he wrote like 95% of the Oasis songbook. So it was, and, you know, well established he could sing. So it was like people were already talking about it and assuming he would do such before he even did. But he, even for this outfit, poached a lot of former Oasis members and touring guys. For both the studio recordings and also for the small tours that he did as this group. And either it's clear who was like the more like pleasing person to be around, like pleasing brother to be around, or these band members just didn't want to crap where they eat, you know, or both. But some of them would even do, because Liam had a group called BDI, some of them would flip-flop between.
Do you think that they
do double duty?
Do you think they ever asked for like gossip? Like,
oh, I'm sure.
What is Noel doing with those dead birds?
Oasis. I think there have been even some in that in between time when they were not a band interviews where Liam like basically talks crap about Noel and his work or whatever. I think I don't quote me. I do think that exists out there, which is funny looking back on it. But funny that some members were playing double duty.
Playing both sides.
I mean, talk about
mom and dadding Noel and Liam Gallagher.
100%. They were children of a broken household.
Well, Noel said that he was going to give me $60K. So maybe you give me 100 and I'll stay with you.
Mm-hmm. Kind of genius for them. Kind of genius. But, you know, it could have also just been one of those things where it's just about the music, man. Don't really care where it is, who's there. But interesting either way.
I wonder if any of them like were like trying to parent trap them. Like
Perhaps.
Want them to get back together.
Perhaps, yeah, trying to bamboozle them.
Yeah.
Try to show up at the same festivals and like, oh my God, it's Noel.
I'm going to the pub tonight. Don't you want to come?
Set them up. All of a sudden,
oh
just
shit, Liam's here.
Total bar fight. Broken glass everywhere. Knockout, drag out fight. The name for the outfit, High Flying Birds, comes from a Jefferson Airplane song and is an homage to the OG Fleetwood Mac, Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. Noel's a big fan of that iteration of Fleetwood Mac. Their first album, the one we're talking about today, the self-titled one. It feels weird saying their, because I guess it is technically a band, but it is really just kind of Noel and friends of Noel's and people that would indulge him on this project. But the first album was confirmed. Noel did like a press conference ahead of its release to basically announce that, he confirmed that he was doing solo work and that he'd have an album out in a couple months. So like in July of 2011, he was like, all right, press conference.
Press conferences.
I'm holding a press conference. Be there. And just announced that this solo work would be coming out in October, and just to get people hype about it. Another interesting, marketing ploy, I guess. It's 2011. Like, I mean, I don't know what's the way to
you're
market
not like
that.
announcing it on social media. I guess it's just you're not like going. The other option would be like go on a show, I guess. So you're you can put this clip on your show of my press conference.
But it's also like, there's already a built-in level of attention on him anyway. And so it's like, oh, Noel has announced this press conference. It's like people can start making conclusions. Okay, I bet it's about this. And it was. It was not about Oasis getting back together, because that would not happen for
many moons.
Couple moons. But when in the press conference / in other interviews, he was pretty adamant that Liam had like never heard these songs. Most of these songs, he was adamant that they were never like meant for Oasis, that sort of thing. Like he was just very, very insistent that it was meant for this project, which I'm like, I don't know. I have some thoughts. But as this project, they've released 4 studio albums in total thus far, including one that came out just in 2023, so not too long ago. I think he even had a tour for that. So prior to all this hubbub of Live 25 Oasis stuff, Noel really had a pretty fresh album that he had just finished, kind of promoting and touring and whatnot. So pretty crazy.
Well, good thing the Live 25 thing was really chill and like not a big deal.
Nah, it didn't garner any attention really.
No one knew about it.
But a funny little ditty that I discovered about his second album called Chasing Yesterday, which is also a phenomenal album. He noted that a lot of those songs were some of the best that he's ever written in interviews. He was quoted saying, "I finished the album, played it. I think that's pretty good. In fact, it might be the best song I've ever written until I've heard Rock and Roll Star on the radio and go, yeah, it's not that good." So I guess humble, but also, talk about somebody who's undoubtedly like themselves. And
both of them.
But Noel in particular, like the level of confidence that man has is crazy. But like the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice. But
the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at Sacrifice.
Do they have other siblings?
I think they have one.
Look,
it was a younger one.
And what is that sibling doing? That's the question. Are their parents still alive? Not you. He looked up Gallagher siblings, and it just brought up all of the million kids on the show. Oh my God, what's it called?
Noel and Liam have one older brother named Paul, who maintained a closer, quieter relationship with them away from the spotlight. Eldest of the trio, kept a low profile. Several unverified rumors of a half-sister. Ooh. Don't know.
You think some girl in Manchester's just going around being like, yeah, I'm a Gallagher too.
I'm a half-sister.
Their dad knocked up me mom. I'm a Gallagher too.
Yeah, I don't know what Paul does. There's not a lot out on him. Which is like kind of wild that that's the case, because I mean your brothers have garnered a lot of attention. You would think by proxy.
Yeah, like does he run an insurance firm or something? Like what is he doing?
There would be like some sort of feature on you somewhere out there. Some sort of 60 Minutes.
Yeah, he must not be interested in that.
Perhaps not, but no. I mean the not blind confidence, just sheer confidence of Noel Gallagher is always amazing. Like, you ever just go watch an interview with him, like he will not regret it. It's quite joy inducing. It's very funny.
Obviously Liam is like crazy, but Noel is also very funny.
Yes, it's almost like Liam is crazy out loud, and Noel is just crazy at an inside voice. But either way, generally this stuff from the High Flying Birds is a little bit more explorative, a little bit more different from the Oasis stuff. You know, there's different attempts at styles. There's the use of orchestras. There's blending of different styles, collaborators. It's not as harsh. Mm-hmm. And Noel spent a lot more time in the studio than on the road, because with the Oasis stuff, it just got way out of hand. Very, very quickly, required them to be all over the world at all times. But this is quite the position to be in if you're Noel. Yeah, like, unfortunately you're fighting with your brother, right? Like, that, not the greatest. But the success of this, of your band prior to this project, like, entitled you to basically do whatever you want, with simultaneously having like a built-in amount of baseline attention because of that thing. Because it's like, okay, I love playing music, I love writing, I love recording, I love doing all this stuff. I can kind of do whatever I want because I'm Noel Gallagher, and known all over the world.
I'm Noel Gallagher, bitch.
I'm familiar to millions. And no matter what, like, what I put out, there's going to garner some level of attention on me just for that, which is kind of like something that a lot of superstars, like people like Harry Styles today, it's like, no matter what you put out, you've garnered, and you left One Direction. It's like, no matter what you put out, you already have this level of attention. And granted, Noel has not risen to the same stardom solo work as Harry Styles, but still, it's like you already have this built-in audience for you, which is cool. So jealous of that position. That seems like it's a pretty fun one to be in as an artist.
That's what's gonna happen when you lead the podcast.
Yeah,
you already have so much fame alone put together, and you're gonna have even more fame alone.
You're in trouble. Watch out. You're in trouble. But will they release more? Will the High Flying Birds release more? Will Oasis continue? What will happen? Who knows? We're kind of at a standstill, and a bit of a stalemate. The
only thing we have is Liam saying, didn't he say see you next year?
He just said, like, something to the effect of see you next year or see you soon. Like
they have alluded there will be more.
Yes.
But not necessarily more music, just more touring. Also, how could you not? The amount of money they made.
Oh my God.
How could you not do it again?
There were rumors of another summer span of dates this year, but I mean, it's already March. I doubt that'll happen.
Yeah, because when did it how early was it announced before?
It got announced in like late August.
And it didn't start till July.
Yep.
The next year. Yeah, so we'd be really behind.
And I think even Liam has, again, don't quote me, but Liam's very active on X, and will respond to you very frequently. But I think a fan had asked if they had been working on new stuff and if they were recording new stuff, and Liam said something to the effect of like, no, like there was so much we didn't play on this tour, like we would love to go back and hit some of those other songs, which cool. All right. Either way, it's a win-win, but it feels like they're kind of a bit at this standstill, which, at least to the public eye, I'm sure they've got it figured out, and they're chilling. But I'm sure also, like, that last tour probably took a big toll. It's not like they're living like they used to, cramped, just full on pedal to the metal rock stars. But it's like that was a huge production that took them a lot of places, and there was a lot of back-to-back shows, and I'm sure it took quite a toll, so I wouldn't be surprised they were like, let's just chill for a second.
Yeah.
They've had like the most amount of attention they've ever had on them last year. So we'll see, but it's exciting. It's exciting nonetheless. And let's talk about this debut album, shall we? Came out in October of 2011. It sells 55,000 copies in the first 2 days of release, which is pretty crazy. Because it's 2011, there's still a notable demand for physical media, especially CDs. Mm-hmm. CDs nuts. Oh. Okay, I'll take it. But debuted at number 1 on the UK charts. As kind of expected, again, you kind of already have all this attention on you, and the fallout of Oasis already sparked enough attention that people were just craving for the next thing.
It's not only like you're already famous. You're famous and shrouded in drama.
Yes, exactly. But it sold double the amount of units in its first week of release compared, I said Liam was with the group BDI. The High Flying Birds sold twice the amount of units as BDI's first release with this one in 1 week. That album was called Different Gear, Still Speeding. But this album eventually got certified platinum in the UK. I think it made it into the 20s in the Billboard 200 chart, which is cool. But if you ask me, this album, this is my take and probably the take of many others, but this is an album that represents like a new level of hater status. Because I just find it hard to believe Noel didn't already have most of these songs up his sleeve towards like the last few albums of Oasis. Almost like, in a way, as he was writing stuff, is like, okay, let's see how much Liam's gonna piss me off today. If he doesn't, we'll cut this song for this album. If he does, tough crap. He's never gonna see this. Because Liam didn't write much of this stuff. It was kind of all Noel. So, you just can't tell me that this was just, spur of the moment. I think he was hiding
he probably had him
this
in the
stuff.
chamber maybe, but he was like, this doesn't feel right.
Perhaps.
For Oasis.
Perhaps. But I do think, I don't know. In the back of my mind, I'm like, this is a new level of hater status. Just like.
Press conference. Mm-hmm. Definitely leads towards hater status.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think there was a strong correlation between the amount of pissing off from Liam to him to how much longer he would keep these songs up his sleeve. But these songs started as just like a bunch of demos that Noel just got used to hearing as, either he just recorded them on a tape machine or just to himself or whatever, just playing them to himself. He got very used to how they sounded as demos, but then he brought them to Dave Sardy, who did the last 2 Oasis studio albums, and Dave was welcome to produce this first High Flying Birds album. He started to like suggest a lot of changes and suggest a lot of edits, additions, that sort of thing. And Noel began to get discouraged, like, this stuff isn't good enough. But producer was like, nah, man, like, you're just so used to hearing like the demo stuff that in your head, like, that song is this, but there's like so much potential to it. So it was almost kind of like a bit of a good a mutualistic relationship. There we go. Let's drop some science on it. Let's drop some nature on it. Good bit of a mutualistic relationship between Dave and Noel here for this album. The cover photo for the album was taken in Los Angeles. Ever heard of it?
Nope.
It's like at this famous old looking gas station in Beverly Hills. Got like some neon lights on it, which makes sense because in my mind it does look like it's at Flo's. A little bit.
Flo's V8 Cafe?
Yes.
Finest fuel on Route 66.
Precisely.
I have gas. Lots of gas.
Okay, boys, stay with me.
But choice was intentional because many have said that almost like the gas station looks like you're under the wings of a Concorde almost.
Oh.
And on the cover shoot he's kind of right there and the roof is over him with the neon lights and it's a little blurred or whatever, so it looks like he's got wings. Like little neon wings, some high flying birds to that effect. They took this on like a small world tour after its release, including doing some festival gigs and whatnot. And it produced 5 singles, which is crazy. And all 5 songs are very, very good. The whole album's good. But just to put that in perspective, the final Oasis studio album, Dig Out Your Soul, only had 3 singles.
Ooh.
And only one of those is really worth being a single if you ask me. Shock of the Lightning, banger.
That is a banger.
Good song. The first single from the self-titled track is called "The Death of You and Me," and many people thought that it was about his relationship with Liam.
That would be crazy to release a heartfelt diss track only 2 years out. Like that would be too far.
Indeed.
I think.
But here's
about your own brother.
But here's the thing about Noel. As you know, very, very bold. Very, very bold. And so when he was asked about this, he would like laugh and shrug it off and say that the content of the song is a little bit more romantic in the sense that it's kind of like an old-fashioned like Bruce Springsteen, like, oh, you and me, baby, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of New Jersey, we gotta run away. But just British. So it's more about a romantic relationship of like the play on of the phrase, like, if we don't get out of here, it'll be the death of you and me. But like, I don't know. I think Noel's gotten away with a lot of like double entendres and double meanings and whatnot. So I think is a little por qué no los dos. See. So a little bit of drama about the death of you and me, but it's also a pretty good song, and it sounds very Beatles-y. I actually think you would like that track. Spoiler alert, might be the first honorable mention. We'll see. But let's talk about this.
Sounds like I'm gonna hear it.
Indeed. Let's talk about this song though. If I had a gun, ... It's got an ellipses in the title. We've talked about that before of like different punctuations in titles that doesn't show up much.
You know what I hate?
Oh.
Grammar sidetrack. New thing people are doing. People have been putting spaces around ellipses.
Like before and after?
Yeah. Hate it.
That's not right.
Hate it.
It always throws me off when ellipses are at the end of a sentence, because aren't you technically supposed to put for, to denote
like the period
and
then ellipse. Yeah.
But before and after, that's not going to do it.
No, it doesn't. No.
It's not going to do it. I actually think there's 3 appearances of ellipses in titles in this album.
Oh.
Crazy.
He's really leaving a lot up to imagination there.
Indeed, which, for somebody who, just quit the world's largest band, like, at the time, it's like, well, I mean, there is a lot to be desired, maybe a lot to be considered in that regard. But this song it's an excellent love song. Or shall I say brilliant love song, bruv. It was wrote in Lima, Peru. It was wrote in Lima, Peru, which, of course, there's been theories about this one being about Liam, and especially with the anagram of Lima spelling Liam. I'm like, yo, that's too much.
That's too far.
Only
Taylor Swift would do shit like that.
Gotta take a break. It's time to get a job, dude.
He's gonna go write. He's gonna travel somewhere to write a song.
It's time to get a job. But originally he wanted this to be the lead single for the solo project, but he thought it sounded too Oasis-y, which I disagree, and I think that the world does as well. But it did. So this is even more proof to my theory, because this song showed up for the first time at soundcheck for later Oasis shows. Like, he would play it at soundcheck. There's a couple of demo recordings of it back then. On the Dig Out Your Soul tour, so he would play it just to test it out. But yeah, it's a love song. I think it's genius in its writing, in the sense that it's a much more romantic way to say, like, I'm obsessed with you, or like you've caught my attention. In particular, it's the line like, "Excuse me, have I spoke too soon? My eyes have always followed you around the room." Genius writing, because it almost takes the onus away from you. It's like, you are so noticeable to me that like my eyes like take control and observe you. They perceive
involuntary.
You. Indeed, it's like it takes the onus away from the individual almost. So I think that's a bit of a genius way to put that. It's got a very nice driving vibe to it. Incredibly harmonious. Like, it just feels like the arrangement of the song itself just fits incredibly well. Like everything that's placed as a track just fits with the other tracks. Like I don't know, that's like the simplest way I can put it, but it feels like everything is perfectly balanced, everything's perfectly mixed. Things come in at the right time, things stop at the right time. Like it is a really, really nicely arranged tune. It's also a lot more optimistic and bright. There's a lot of Oasis stuff that can be a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit crass and like just dark, a little darker sounding, So it's almost
the later
like
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the this track is almost kind of like the dawn of a new day when it comes to just generally Noel's at this point in Noel's career and at this point in this project that he's got. So I think it's pretty cool. Simple 3-chord structure and nothing complex about it. The title's jarring, implication of gun, that means negative, scary. A lot of assumptions there. But as a listener, it's like, okay, what is he going to do with the gun? Well, is he going to do something bad? But then he's like, nah, man, I just really like this girl. I'm just trying to keep it that way, Like I don't really care about anything else. I just I guess, yeah, that's the other insinuation is like, is he holding the girl at gunpoint? But nah, it just seems like he's like, I will take drastic measures to be with you. So.
Very.
Mm-hmm. I think it's genius. It works very well. Great maturity involved with this one as well. It's almost like Live Forever 2.0, but instead of maybe, don't really want to know. Like, it's a lot more mature, a lot more grown up.
Yeah.
Not as childish. And there's a lap steel in this song, by the way. Bet you didn't peep that, which is interesting. Yeah, what do you think about If I Had a Gun?
I like it. I don't really foresee me listening to Noel's solo stuff on my own.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. It's good. I also agree it sounds more mature, a little bit more experimental vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm down.
Indeed. And I don't know. To me, this stands alone. Like, obviously, he's got the Oasis stuff, and him as a songwriter, it's going to be elements of that are just going to be persistent throughout any work that he does because it's just him. But I don't think it sounds very Oasis-y. To me, it stands alone.
Yeah, it sounds related in my eyes,
Yes.
but not the same.
Yes, cut from the same cloth, but different way to put it together.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Now it's time for the segment portion of today's show. Kicking us off, as always, is Emma's Everyday Jam, the song that my lovely co-host has been bumping and cruising along to for the past week. 2 weeks in this case. What you got?
Well, we went to the most awesome wedding and had so much fun, and I have been wanting to be on the high, so I've been listening to Pitbull. We were hoping for a little bit more Pitbull at the wedding. It was on the must playlist from the bride, but the DJ did not live up to the must playlist. But that's okay. I got hold of the touch tunes at the after party.
Listen,
and I
if they were anything
Pitbull.
like us, we had way too much on the must playlist that it's like it didn't
we
allow
didn't get
for
to all of ours either.
Didn't allow for any creative freedom for the DJ to do his job.
But I've been listening to Pitbull. I'm gonna make my Everyday Jam the anthem. Banger alert.
Been to Mike's Monday Jam.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Talked about that one. Dale. Now it's time for our major minor chords, a segment of the show in which we discuss our respective highs and lows for the week. What say you?
My high has been that we brought Florida back with us, and it's been like 78 degrees and sunny and beautiful every day. It's been awesome. Today, it's raining, which sucks. But it has been awesome weather all week.
Incredibly ideal, some would say.
It has been beautiful. And my low is that we're not at the wedding anymore.
Huge low. Huge.
I mean,
huge
the real
low.
high, we've talked about it the whole time. The collective high is that the wedding was awesome.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Low is that we're not there anymore.
Yes, indeed. I'll make deposits to both. My minor My hip flexors have entered the chat. I don't know. It's a pain, a little strain I've never experienced before. I was like,
It's not a strain. You're just sore.
Woke up and I was like, whoa. So definitely low. High though. We must try to hit the casino because I'm one lucky fella. This past week I was selected in the random drawing for the New York City Marathon this year. 1% chance of getting it. Been putting in for like 5 years, and the answer's always been no, which is fine. But this year the answer's yes. To much surprise and much disbelief, the answer is yes. I've gone on the portal to check every single day, and it says accepted.
Well, tell them it's 1% of how many people?
So it's like over 250,000 applicants for about like 2,400 spots. So crazy. I don't know.
We got a lucky bastard on our hands.
I'm just happy to be here, and I hope my performance can live up to the other 200,000 plus people who didn't get it. So that's going to be the goal. Try and live up to those folks and try to represent those folks proudly, and represent Memphis, of course.
And who are you going to beat?
I'm going to beat Diddy at his own course. So Diddy ran the New York City Marathon like 20 years ago or something and ran like a 4:14.
Which I don't believe. I think he was probably cheating because he's a piece of crap.
I'm sure. Either way, I got to beat Diddy. That's the goal.
Diddy.
Beat Diddy. So that way Emma can make signs that say like, run like Diddy's chasing you, because
Yep.
I mean, that's what we're doing. And
Yeah.
isn't he in prison in New York City? He
Yep.
could be chasing me after all.
He could with some baby oil.
Indeed. So
He's gonna want you.
gotta beat Diddy. What a wonderful goal. And now it's time for our honorable mentions. Last but not least, the songs that almost made the cut follow a similar rhyme or reason to today's episode. And as promised, the first slot will be going to the lead single from Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, and that's The Death of You and Me. Check it out.
Forever we'd be free to spend our whole lives. I'm running from people who repeat the death of you and me. 'Cause I can feel the storm clouds sucking up my soul.
Second up on the list, we are going with the previously announced Live 25 new single, The Acquiesce, cut from Wembley last summer. It's electric. It'll get you hype enough to run through a wall for sure.
'Cause we need each other. We've been feeling one another. I know we gotta work harder. We're secret in our soul. Because we need each other.
And in the vein of being 1%, great track, old track from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. It's called Lucky Man, and I suppose I will occupy that title for forever. I've always considered myself to be a pretty lucky guy, and I'm just always surprised by the experiences I'm able to have, the people I'm able to meet. I'm one lucky guy. In this case, Lucky Man, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Get it?
Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
And St. Patty's is coming up. You have
Oh,
to be.
St.
You have
Patty.
to be so lucky.
Indeed, a lucky Irish.
You're Michael Collins, and you're a lucky guy.
That's going to do it for us this week, folks. We appreciate the like, follow, comment, share, subscribe, listen, rating, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.